Alright, this video is going to go up before these other videos, or this other, well, I got two other videos, yeah. Um, this is part of my bring the old four-wheeler back to life, the El Cheapo that I bought from a questionable source. Um, mismatched plastics on this thing. So I kind of wanted to get it somewhat looking a little bit better. Ain't so much I'm gonna be able to do with this. Um, I got the side panels right there at the fuel tank. I got them off on both sides because they are yellow. The rest of the four-wheeler is green. You can imagine what that looks like. Looks like crap. But I mean, this project didn't. I'm not restoring this thing to factory beautification levels or anything like that. I'm making it functional like I want it. I don't care. I've done a lot of different stuff, bypass some stuff on this old four-wheeler, which I'll see in the next in a video for that four-wheeler. But I want to paint this plastic pieces. Well, first of all, if you're going to paint plastic, especially on a four-wheeler or anything that you're going to sit there and kind of not be real nice with, a little rough, going through the woods and what have you, you can't expect this paint to last forever. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to keep touching it up here and there. So I'm going to minimize the amount of touching up I have to do in the future by prepping this thing correctly, or what I deem to be correctly. It's pretty simple. Clean, clean, clean. Start cleaning this thing to begin with. And once I get it clean and oil free and all that good stuff, I am going to sand it. I'm going to start out, this is what I'm going to do with it. And I've done this before on other stuff, and it worked as well as can be expected for something that's going to be beat up a little bit. So I'm going to sand it first with 100 grit, and that's going to be to give the paint something to stick to. After I sand it all the way around, I'm going to wipe it down again with mineral spirits. Mineral spirits is what I use for this because it doesn't evaporate real fast, but it still gets the job done, and it does evaporate, leaving no film. So after the first sanding of 100 grit, and I'm going to be using just regular sandpaper for the 100 grit. And my next sanding after that wipe down will be 180 grit, and I'm going to use emery cloth for this one just because I have a bunch of I got a big old roll of emery cloth, so I'm going to use that. Now, the trick is all these places here where it goes around corners. All that needs to be prepped. As we turn this thing over, all these coming off the bottom and wrapping around on the inside, all that needs to be prepped too. Because you want the paint to wrap all the way around the edges and get into the inside. That leaves less opportunity for water to get up under it, that kind of stuff, and it'll reduce the amount of flaking that you're going to get on the edge. So, and in my prep, I'm coming all as far back as about right here, all the way around these openings. So when I do paint it, that paint's going to completely wrap the part. I'm not going to paint the inside to make it look exactly like the outside. I'm just going to concentrate on making sure I get the paint to wrap all the way around these edges and come in, which means I'm going to sand and prep these little oddball areas too, which takes a lot of time, but in the end it's worth it. I have done this before and with decent enough results. So I'm fixing to get started. I'm not going to video all the wiping and sanding. Y'all don't want to see that. So I'm going to prep this thing, and then we'll get back to the video and I'll video it in between the two sandings. Like I said, I'm gonna do 100 grit, then I'm gonna jump up to 180 grit, and then we're gonna wipe it down one last time before we do the painting. So, without any further ado, I'm gonna get busy on this, and I will be back to y'all later. Here we go. I got this one. It's sanded twice, wipe down in between, and then wipe down after I'm done. And as you can see, to the inside of it too, so I can get that paint to wrap that edge all the way. And this one's ready to paint, but I'm not ready to paint. Number one, I don't have any paint with me. I got to run uptown here shortly. Plus, I got one more panel that goes on the other side, and then we'll be ready to paint. Let's see, I got it good and scuffed up. Got the major stuff off of it. I sanded a few gouges out, and we're ready to go. That paint should adhere to it for a while before it starts flaking. I'll probably say a year or so. And you just touch it up, because this is not going on something that is treated nice. This is going on something that's just going to be working. So it ain't going to be perfect. I don't expect it to be perfect. And I don't expect the paint to last forever on plastic on this thing. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get the other one up here and get it prepped, cleaned, and then I'm going to run uptown and get some paint. I might finish this video today. I don't know. We shall see. I got family in town. I might put one of them to work if my other parts come in for the four-wheeler. I'll at you later. I got all the prep work done. Everything sanded, wiped, sanded again, wiped again, dry, and then wiped down with a very clean cloth with no dust in it. Make sure all the dust was gone from it. Now I'm ready to hit it. We're going to start with the inside and make sure we get that paint wrap around the edge. Then we'll flip it over and do the other side. When I come back, y'all will be there to go. That one's done. That one's done. I didn't quite get all the scuff marks out like I wanted, but then again, I didn't spend a whole lot of time on it. But now the color will be a little bit better and it won't look as mismatched. And yeah, that's it. It's what I wanted. Holler at y'all later.